You're live.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Scottsburg Board of Works and Safety on Monday, the 8th day of March 2021, year of our Lord. This is the evening where we're going to begin with a call to order and then roll call by our clerk treasurer, Jan Hart.
Mayor Amick.
Here.
Karen Brucius. Here. Tom Lewis.
Here. Everybody's present and accounted for here. First, we'll go with the report from the department heads. I'm sorry. Approve the minutes. Exactly. Got my thumb over the wrong place here. Sorry about that. So, if you've read the minutes, we'll accept a motion to accept the minutes as presented unless you've seen any type of a typo or misprint.
I make a motion to approve the minutes as submitted.
Tom Lewis makes a motion. Is there a second to that?
I'll second.
Any corrections or anything? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Unanimous, thank you. Now we will have a report from the department heads.
All I had for you guys tonight was the February adjustments for you guys to sign off on, and then I did 1 week adjustment for the sewer.
Okay,
But other than that, I'm good.
okay. Are there any other reports from other department heads? You're aware of? None? None heard? Okay. Then the very next thing we have is the paving awards. We received, Ms. Baker will handle that for us.
We received 7 bids today for the 2020-2 community crossing bids. Had an excellent turnout, and the low bid went to O'Mara. So we will be sending him the information tomorrow to sign the contract to start paving for us.
This board needs to award.
Okay. Do you
So,
make a motion?
yes, so of the bids, the lowest bid, do they have that information?
Paving.
Let me scroll.
Okay.
That is the amounts. We announced, we had a bid opening today at 11. I think every place had a representative here.
Yes.
And announced
One.
on,
We have one
One
company.
temple did not have representation today.
so as amounts were announced, then that was published as an open meeting at that point in time. So O'Mara was the lowest and most responsive bidder.
Do you need a motion to approve this?
Yes.
Motion to award to O'Mara.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we,
The amount?
we say,
Yeah, that's fine.
I would make a motion, we award the community crossing bids to Omer.
I'll second.
The amount, how much is the amount? 930,
$939, $929, $60.
939,000.
$929.
$929.60. So we have a motion before the Board of Works for this amount of money to award this bid. Was there 10 bidders? This was a low bid of 10 bidders?
7.
7, sorry about that. So is there a second to that? Okay, Karen, second, sorry about that. Are there any other questions or comments about this?
So just to clarify, the extent of the paving, you had said before, I just want.
The extent is going to be right about a third of Scottsburg. And am I correct in this, Ms. Baker? Is that we will be able to pave the third of Scottsburg. And we're planning on paving not just a section of the street, we'll pave the whole street. From Dan to Bear Shovel. So, you know, we're taking one whole section. We're going to be applying, matter of fact, we've already applied for a second community crossings grant. So we get that, we'll pay the second third. Then we're going to apply for another one. We'll pay the third. So we get the entire town paid. And then sidewalks.
So is this third a particular unit, or is it
It is.
just certain streets? No.
It is. And
The first one, we tried to stay south,
South.
and pick up Cherry, Beechwood. I mean, we tried to pick up a certain area instead of just trying to do road, then a road, then a road. We stayed in that area. The second one, we concentrated more on this side,
Okay.
and then the third one, hopefully, will go that direction.
so literally we're going from US 31 all the way over as far as Cherry Window. And so on and so forth. So we're getting all these streets paid. So very positive thing for the city of Scottsburg. And we hired a young lady by the name of Jill Baker to put this award for us last year, and she got us right at $1 million. So we thankful for that. And thank the Lord for that, and now we're starting to pay. So in the very near future. So we have a motion and a second.
We've already voted.
Nope, not yet.
I haven't voted.
So all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, like none? Unanimous, so thank you very much for that.
And I will let the board know that Ms. Baker did send an email today to let the city know, or to let my office know, that it looks like the city's match on this type of a grant will be around 225,000, somewhere in that range.
The nice thing is we have the money.
We have the money.
We have the money.
That was gonna be my question. We have the
We have
Yes,
the money,
yes.
and we have the money if we get another one. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
yes.
super.
we're looking forward to it.
So we're ready to pay Scottsburg, folks. And, so the next thing on our agenda tonight is the approval of an aquatic control contract. What, pray tell, do you think that might be?
Is that gonna take care of my job?
I think there it is right there.
Hey, I know that.
How did you know that? Last year, our parks director, Mr. Asher, said, we've never had this before there. And here it was, we had a good warm summer, and it just kind of came and kept coming, and bless his heart, he went down there with rakes and shovels, and we had the Purdue Extension agent here, and he said, it's not gonna do it until, I've had people say, well, get grass carp. Well, grass carp wouldn't do it. They said grass carp they won't even eat the stuff. And, so this aquatic control said that if you treat this the way it needs to be treated, you're gonna kill all your fish. So you have a choice, either let it be a lake, and this is part of the lake issue, and then next year, in April, we'll begin the treatment process that is treated gently, so no fish will be killed, but it will be maintained throughout the year. We guarantee you will not have any green rays. So that's what this is all. So that's what this contract is for. They said it's going to go, I think, through September. And they said if it needs to go longer, we're happy to extend it longer at no extra expense.
It goes through September 2021.
Thank you.
The program cost us $7,963, but by approving this now and paying for it in advance, prior to April 1, we will get a $238.89 discount for a total contract price of $7,724.11.
So 200 and how much?
$238.89.
There you go. So, we can go forward, make the check, and we will have a wonderfully clean lake, and fishing can still carry on this year. So we did not do this last year at Killerfish, so. Any questions there?
No.
Hearing none, we'll accept a motion to approve the aquatic control contract.
I'll make a motion.
Karen Richards makes a motion, is there a second?
I'll second.
Tom Wood seconds. Any other questions at all, about anything we said?
That was to approve the mayor to sign that.
Yeah.
Way motion can read, please.
Yep. So we'll approve the contract and for me to sign that. So all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous. Thank you very much. The next thing is Ms. Jessica Jones regarding the Mid-America Science Park.
We have two fee waiver requests. The first one is from the Scott County Sheriff's Department. They would like to do an auction on May 22nd. They'll need a couple days to set up as well as the day of the auction, and that would be for the banquet hall and the event hall. So we would like to ask approval to waive the fees for that event. And do you want to handle these one by one, or do you want to handle them both at the same time?
Let's just go one by one.
Okay, so that was my first fee waiver request.
So, is this an auction, Jess? You want to explain the auction a bit more?
They're going to be doing an evidence auction. So they have gotten approval and they have a lot of evidence that it's time that they can sell and auction it off. So that's what they will be doing, is selling off those items.
Did you get a cut of the profits?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, my.
This is Scottsburg's donation to the county to help them as they help us so many times with it's kind of been a brotherhood with our Scottsburg PD and the Scott County Sheriff's Office. They've just been working so wonderfully together, And, we're seeing real progress, so we're so thankful. So anything we can do to try to help them, that's what we want to try to do. So, were there anything else, anything other issues with that, Jess?
Not with that, no.
Okay. We want to entertain a motion to go forward with the fee waiver on the Mid-America Science Park. And as you know, I'm not a big guy on fee waivers, but I want to do this if we can to help our county members as we go forward. So,
I'll also move that we wait.
Tom Lewis makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Karen seconds. Questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous. Thank you. Next one.
The second one is Leadership Southern Indiana is a leadership group for the Southern Indiana region. And this is the first year that Scott County has got to participate in that. And one of the things that they do is they have a day for each county that's in the area. And so they're asking to use the banquet hall for an opening ceremony on April 21st of the Scott County Day. During that opening ceremony, they're asking the mayors of both communities to speak, as well as some county officials, and they will be going around and promoting all of Scottsburg and Scott County to this group of out of town. They've got a full day scheduled with businesses within our community. So they're asking that we waive the fee on the banquet hall for them to be able to use it for a couple hours on April 21st.
Jill, this isn't the outfit, this is the organization you want to discuss. So, so this is a positive thing. What questions do you have about this? Karen? Okay. And again, this is an olive branch putting forward to appoint folks with Scottsburg and Scott County. And again, that's our big draw here, is to get our whole economic development is housing. So we want them to see the amenities of a rural agrarian area and how much can benefit them. A lot more money for the house with a great clean place and a lot of great friendly people. So with that, we'll entertain a motion to accept this fee waiver.
I make a motion.
Karen Grisham makes a motion. Is there a second?
I have a second.
Tom seconds. Questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 I do have a question.
Yeah.
All we hear is waivers. Do you get others that pay?
I do.
Okay.
I had a very big rental a couple weeks ago that took in, after they get everything paid, it will be a $7,000 rental for 2 weeks.
I
So,
I
yeah.
assumed you did, but we don't hear about those. So.
Yeah, so no, I am trying very hard, so.
We had very few last year. We had the motorcycle, Mr. Sadler,
Right.
the motorcycle, I mean, a massive event, and it was so wonderful. I mean, it was to help folks who have an affliction of life in this plague house we live in, and it was cancer victims. And one little boy was 10 years old, and he was there and so excited. And I hate to say it, but I was at the funeral here a few months ago, and we were all crying. So if we can help in situations like that, I'm not one to be in favor of fee waivers, as you know. But there's a time that we come to help others, and this was the time.
Yeah.
If we can help our county, if we can help our town for an event that is a few hours, then we've done it. But we are repurposing a lot of that, and we're looking on areas that we have several things that we are going to do. We're going to keep a section for education, and we met. High school principal Chris Rowell and Chuck Rose and I all went down to Vincent University and spent a day there, basically driving down and coming back. Got great ideas to bring VUs here now, but with new ideas coming in the park for VU. So, and we'll tell you more about what's going on in the park. It's really has great positive outlook to be able to bring in some things that's going to make its own way, and hopefully more than that. So, enough said, right?
Mayor, can I request from Jessica that you get the certificate of insurance for the leadership Southern?
Actually, Scott County Foundation, Community Foundation, Jamie's the one that had requested that. I will see if there's one for them, but we do have one for their organization, which she's the one that signed off on the rental agreement.
Okay, and we have one.
For the county,
sheriff,
yes.
for the county.
Because I already double checked that, so
Okay,
yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, what else do we have for old business?
Well, I only have one other item, on the science park, and that is to just make you guys aware that we have had a lease termination, New Legacy Wealth Management. They hated to do it. They are wanting to look at coming back to the park in the future. However, due to COVID, that it's not feasible for them to have an office right now, but they appreciated everything that we've done, and they do look to come back in the future when COVID is better and everything.
But we do have another lieutenant that's actually coming in and planning on what they were planning. Good. Yeah, so very positive. Anything else in old business?
When was that effective for New Legacy Wealth Management?
3-1.
March.
March 1?
So new business, resolution 2021-R-2, resolution of the Board of Public Works and Safety for the City of Scottsburg to dispose of real estate pursuant to code 36-1-11-4. So, Counselor, is that you?
It's both of us.
Okay.
So this is the track that's down across from a multicolor behind the electric department. There's
Yes.
probably, was it
Yes.
15 acres there total? More than that.
Probably we have a little bit more than that, but this is a small portion of that.
So there has been appraisals, you previously approved to get appraisals for a 4-acre chunk. So that has occurred, and we have that amount. The average of those two is 62,900. So this resolution would allow us to go ahead and go forward with publishing notice to seek bids. We have to run that for 2 consecutive weeks, so this would not be back on our agenda until a month from now. If the bids, which we suspect will be more than 50,000, the council would ultimately have to approve any sale as well. So if you guys approve this tonight, tomorrow I'll get with Jan to get her the notice to get to the newspaper, and then I've got a proposed contract that we'll have at City Hall for any bidders to pick up and use our form to make the bids on.
This was originally designated an industrial area. And so, we had 2 entities there. They were both packaging companies, and both have left. Derby Packaging and what's the other one?
Jay,
Poland,
Jay.
J Packaging. And today, the city of Scottsburg owns one of those properties, and another is being leased by the Coca-Cola Corporation. So this is gonna be another entity coming into there now, with taking up about 4 acres. So, what question do you have about that?
So the idea, I think we talked about this before, but I've forgotten. The reason we want to sell is to attract another business in there?
Basically, we have another business wanting to come here.
Okay.
Yeah, this is basically right across from Multicolor, which Multicolor is just coming into the new $7 to $8 billion expansion, moving the world headquarters to Scottsburg, Indiana, and with another 46 jobs. And then this company is coming in right here to this in the area as well. Scottsburg also, as you know, has 150 acres that's shovel ready for industrial. So while this one may fill up or be added to here, we have another 150 acres with a rail spur, with all the infrastructure,
Right.
the substation right there, water, sewer, natural gas. I want to give you the whole stick.
Right.
So.
Good.
So that's what this
And
is.
this land right behind where J Packaging used to be.
Basically,
Where
it's,
the electrical department.
yes, it's kind of right behind where the electric department is. That's exactly correct. And it's just 4 acres, so it's not.
I'll make a motion that we authorize the, what do I want to say?
Approve the resolution 2021.
Approve the resolution.
Tom Lewis makes the motion to approve resolution 2021-R-2.
And I second.
Karen Grish seconds. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous.
Just need to note this in a minute, I would ask for action, we will need a survey on that to get that legal description.
Okay,
I would ask if we go ahead and make a motion to give the mayor approval to get that scheduled and, have the authority to go ahead and pay for that.
I'll make that motion.
now let's make some motion for City of Scottsburg to go forward and have that property surveyed.
And I'll second.
Okay, Karen Richards seconds, to get the legal description on that property. So, with that said, any questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So that's unanimous as well. So then the motion presented and voted on and accepted to go forward and get that completed. And we'd already contacted, I believe, it was the government surveying about some of that as well. I don't think they've done anything, but
No, we're just trying to figure out time frame,
Yes.
so we'll touch base on that tomorrow.
absolutely. Okay, claims, this is for our clerk treasurer.
Just if everyone has reviewed the claims and have no questions, I would just ask for a motion to accept those as presented.
I'll make the motion to accept them as presented.
Karen Richards makes the motion to accept the claims as presented.
I will second.
Second, are there any questions, comments about any of the claims? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Announcements. Let's go down to announcements. Folks, let me tell you this. Facebook Live is probably going to be the last meeting, because what we're seeing is that we have the City of Scottsburg purchased a $2,000 plus camera, and that's what you're filming on now. So the sound is better on the camera, the quality is better on the camera. Sometimes on Facebook Live, we weren't able to quite hear, and I had folks calling and saying, we can't quite see everything like we would like to, and hear everything like we would like to. We feel that we utilize the camera system that we have purchased with the sound system, it'll become clearer. So we can't go live with this camera, but it will be posted the very next day on Tuesday. So probably anytime after noon on Tuesday, right after any city council and board of works meeting, you can see these. Now, folks, City Hall is open, as you're here today and can witness that. So if you want to come here in person, you're more than welcome to come here in person. If you want to sit home with a nice mocha latte and a bagel or a quiche, enjoy the show, enjoy it tomorrow. But just remember, next 2 weeks, it will be the day after. So we're not going to have Facebook Live next time. It'll be recorded. So, let's see what else we have. Great news as well. We want to announce. We were contacted today by this CARES Act award. Hey, Chief! And it looks like what we're hearing from Indianapolis is that the city of Scottsburg will get north of $1 million for this COVID. So we are already making plans that we could use this money and use it very effectively for our citizens. Very, very positive. So we're so thankful that this is coming. So I don't have the exact amount, but again, it went back to the House to be approved. The Senate approved it. It went back to the House with a few changes. They have to approve it. Once they approved it, the president would sign it. Then after that, checks in the mail. So again, another positive thing for the city of Scottsburg. So what else do we have for this evening? Chief, tell us what's the latest.
Busy day.
There you go. There you go. There you
Sun's
go.
out, people running around.
Living the dream.
Do you have anything to report to for the Board of Works here for all Scott County to see?
No, sir. I'm good.
And we got two from Lithuania. You know what that's, Chief?
I'm sorry?
We have two watching from Lithuania. Have you ever been to Latvia or Lithuania?
No.
Okay. So with nothing else then.
Could I ask a question?
Please.
About the, city policy
Yeah.
manual you sent that we're postponing?
Yes.
Just some general questions. Who actually writes this? Do you write it or is it?
The attorney with Kent Irwin, which is, or out of Irwin, Wagner and Shealy, they are a personnel, they deal specifically with personnel. They worked on it. The mayor, Jan, myself have worked on this, since at least August, September, going through it and going through all the going through everything. And then we have met with the department heads on 2 different occasions to go over this as well. So it's been a collaborative effort, and the mayor, myself, Carrie Thompson, Jan, we have all worked very hard on this.
So what is our role as the Board of Works in this? Do we have any role at all?
Implementing some of the policies that are in there.
We don't have any role in deciding what goes into this manual.
No. If you have stuff though, feel free to talk to us. I mean, we can go over and, I'm sure if the mayor's open for comment, I don't want to speak for him, but yeah.
So it's basically the city council approval.
Yes.
Makes it binding.
Yes.
Okay.
But that's one thing we did today. We had this on the agenda tonight, but we had a meeting with all department heads probably 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
About 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago, and we were able, and then we wanted, then that was sent over to the city's attorneys and looked at this and brought it back. And we wanted to go one last time with all of our department heads, because they're going to have to explain this to all of their people to make sure they're totally clear on it. So if you're not totally clear on it, it's going to be harder for you to explain things. So we've gone from, we're up to probably 99 pages right now on this. I mean, there've been a lot of new changes since this was done the last time. And we've been able to go through this, and this has probably been a year in the oven, maybe?
Yes, this has been the very first version I got of this was in November of 2019. And we're on version 10 or 11. So, because in this one, we're trying to clear up anything where there was discrepancies where it may have contradicted itself in the past, trying to make sure we get all the grammatical, trying to make sure everything matches up to what the policy are, or how we, making sure everything's on an even playing field for everyone, and that, we're not violating any state statutes or anything like that. And there have been some federal law updates that affect our handbook as well.
Okay. Well, I was curious because I started to read it and I thought, what am I supposed to comment on? 'Cause
Right.
I didn't know how much authority or
Right.
say we had in it.
Very good question.
I didn't want to spend 10 hours reading the thing if I wasn't
I
going to
know.
have any input in it. So,
Right. But if there's things that you see, I'm sure we're always open for comment and suggestion and everything, let us know. There are things in here that you guys will be responsible for that comes in front of you guys, such as disciplinary and other things as well.
I
So,
understood that. I just wanted to know who actually made the decisions of all
Right.
these things, vacation, sick leave, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
And it sounds like we don't really have any say in that. Am I reading that correctly?
As far as passage,
As far as-
do have a say as far as implementation of this handbook, do have a say in what you think that maybe you might suggest that you might change here or might change there or something like that.
Okay.
But it's been vetted, it's been very.
So if I did have any suggestions, just give them to you?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, good deal, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, anything else? I want to thank, I'm a good 6 feet away from everybody here, as you can see. I'm gonna take my mask off so you can see my face. And, I just want to thank you all for all that you're doing for the city of Scottsburg. It's making a huge difference. And I want to thank you so very much for cleaning up Scottsburg. Chief over here is just doing a fantastic job. I mean, as you've heard me say, arrests are up 300%, pullovers up 300%. We're going after sometimes street by street, house by house, going after folks who are not doing things correct, and we're getting that correct. So houses are being cleaned up. So we're going forward with new subdivisions. We have 2 new subdivisions planned right now going forward. So very positive things. So again, and I want you at home, if you've been watching as well, to join us. I want you to be part of this. You are part of this city, and we want you to be an active part. We've got a lot of things coming forward. Everybody can jump in on it. So don't be afraid to call the mayor's office and say, hey, use me. I want to help, so we want you to as well, so. With that said, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn, unless you have something else.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Karen makes a motion to adjourn. We're adjourned. Thank you very much.